Everyone, CD here gonna be doing reaction to SCP-239. The Wish Child is by the Rubber. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it.
As advised. That single whisper caused her to remember all that she had forgotten. With them, she laid waste to a nearby monastery, my monastery. She killed my brothers in faith, burning my home to the ground. Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Keter Class Object SCP-239. SCP-239, also known as Seguros Stefan's daughter, is an 8-year-old girl with shoulder-length blonde hair and eyes that shimmer a gray-green shade. 239 has been observed to demonstrate
This little girl is that dangerous to be a Keter?
the ability to do whatever she expresses a will to do. Put simply, as long as she's conscious, she can do anything that she truly wants to do on a basal psychological level. Likewise, her self-preservation instinct makes her virtually invincible. Fortunately, she only seems to be
Now it makes sense why she's Keter, because she can make anything happen.
able to affect herself and her immediate surroundings. Therefore, if she can see it, she can change it. She seems to be able to create and affect living matter as well. For example, when D-Class personnel accidentally caused her harm, she was able to simply wish them away. SCP-239 came to the attention of the Foundation the moment she was born. Approximately 3 hours after her birth, the hospital was destroyed by an unexplained explosion. The only person found alive was SCP-239. For the first 8 years, 239 was raised under the care of SCP.
Really? I never seen SCP that was born. No, it was raised around the Foundation. She's the first SCP. I don't know if she was the first, because it's so many SCPs, but right now she's like the first SCP that we know of that is she was raised in the Foundation. That's interesting.
From there, 239 was kept in a medically induced coma in Site-17 until further notice. This decision was made by the O5 Council after Dr. Alto Clef's dead. Below is what Dr. Alto Clef wrote in note before dead. I could actually feel 239 in my mind, and I was terrified. I had to kill her, because if she could get into my mind, she could do anything. Whatever 239 is, it wanted to toy with us. It wanted to laugh at us. It turned my thoughts into a dragon. It made everyone else act like idiots just for a laugh. It was doing that for years, ever since we discovered it. It was believed that 239 was an ancient witch in its past life. Hence, as a method of controlling her abilities, she had been told by the SCP Foundation that she must never ask any questions about other witches or wizards. Moreover, the Foundation made her believe that she is unable to use her abilities outside of a pre-approved list of spells, which were explicitly given to her. This will, hopefully, prevent any and all attempted escapes. So, where did the story of an ancient witch come from? The letter was written by Brother Jalen to Dr. Asser of the Most Holy Overwatch Cathedral. 3 weeks ago, I had heard of an ancient witch who lived near the swamp close to the village of Vekan. She was a renowned healer, one that could even heal men on the brink of death with a single word spoken in the old tongue. Everything was peaceful until a corpse-like man who claimed to be her great-grandson named Seth had visited her. He showed her words written on incredibly aged parchment in an incomprehensible language and whispered a word into her ear. That single whisper caused her to remember all that she had forgotten, including some of her magical spells. With them, she laid waste to a nearby monastery, my monastery. She killed my brothers in faith, burning my home to the ground. The next day, I found her at the river shrine. When we entered, myself and many of my men saw a sickening scene. Dozens of brothers and doctors dead, with not a single one surviving among them. Then I saw a young woman, no more than 15 or 16 years of age, run out from the shrine. She escaped my attention in the moment, until I saw her stare at me with wide eyes that shimmered with a gray-green light. Her hair was the color of the sun flowing past her shoulders. She is Seguros, impossibly young yet ancient. Her eyes flicked with recognition. The next day, the animals came for us in the dead of night. They have not burst inside the inn, nor burn it to the ground. I do not know why she has allowed me to live. She has me here, in my room, watching me. It is her fell witchery. I know it. She is protecting the inn, for none of us inside can hear the butchery outside. It's as if time has stopped outside, but not here. My life is in her hands. I cannot kill her. I have tried. She spoke to me in my mind at that moment, asking me if I knew how to teach her. She tells me that she does not want to hurt me. And though I know her words are lies, I believe her. She tells me that the animals have been brought by Seth, the corpse man. She tells me that the bloodshed outside will continue until the day that I teach her the ways of magic. It is for the good of the city, I keep telling myself, for the good of the church. Forgive me, my saints. I have failed, and I must admit. Forgive my cowardice. Forgive my sins. I do it for all of you. On the next morning, the witch wished me a good morning and asked me to teach her the basic push spell. She is eager to learn, and I am patient enough to teach her. The spells are complicated, but I know she will learn. After we adjourned the training, I devoutly prayed to Lord Jack and asked him for forgiveness well into the wee hours of the night. The 17th day. She is a fast learner, and her liberal use of the Mamur spell to aid her mind has helped her learn quickly. The 19th day. Today, the witch broke into tears, expressing guilt for the lives she had taken in her pursuit of strength. When she did, I found no anger in my heart, only pity for the girl who had committed terrible crimes for a misguided cause. I comforted her, reassuring her that all would be forgiven in the eyes of the Lord if she made amends for her sins. Tonight, she seemed to sleep a little easier, and I was glad. The 50th day. During the past 3 days, I have taken the focus off her spell work, and instead had instructed her more on the theology of the church. As I write this, she peacefully slumbers in her bed. I am sure she dreams now of the saints and Lord. She is not just an expunged now. She is a student of the church. The 151st day. Today, I poured the ceremonial
151 days? She kept you there for that long?
beer and water on her head. And I can say that I had never seen anything more devout or beautiful than her in that sacred moment. After that, the entire inn danced and celebrated with consecrated beer and delicious food, feasting in honor of the girl, who was redeemed. Tomorrow, Seguros shall break us free of her time-knot spell and banish the invading animals from the holy city of Arnven, reclaiming it for the glory of the church and the Lord. This is truly a glorious day. The day. Night had fallen upon the city of shrines, yet the scorching fires had made the world bright as day. I could smell the stench of blood in the air, accompanied by the omnipresent smell of burning wood and thatch. Screams echoed in the early morning air, followed by the savage roars of cruel beasts. I had never seen such carnage before. I turned to Seguros, and her trembling voice came out first. I know what I must do. Her fists clenched tight. Her eyes didn't turn from the scene in front of her. You know what you must do, too. I looked at her, my companion for 150 days, and my heart began to beat a little slower. I do. My chest lighter with new resolve. I looked in the direction of the hill of the amulet, where the breathtaking shrine of the Lord's home stood strong and defiant amongst the overwhelming plumes of smoke. With my destination set, I took a deep breath and ran. Behind me, Seguros was long gone. When she arrived at the ruins at the top of Agatha's hill, she came to face again the destruction and slaughter that she had wrought before becoming a student of church, and that bitterness soon quickly gave in to guilt mixed with anger. At the base of the shrine's scorched pillars, she swore to avenge her own wrongdoings. She swore underneath the shrine's ruined painted ceiling to make amends for the dead. And she swore as she began to fly away from the ruins to kill Seth. Remember to check out my new animation.
That's interesting. That now she want to pay for her sins for what she done. So, Seth, the course man, caused her to go through all that. She was a normal person. He was healing people till he came and fed her shit, and now she just killing a lot of people. Now she learned a lot of spells. Now she decided to kill him now. So that's interesting. But I hope y'all enjoy this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, subscribe to the Rubber and go to the Rubber Talks. I actually saw some of his videos. He's a good animator. So I hope y'all have a good day, good night, and see you guys later.